back to your playing career. How do you see it in retrospect? I mean, it was always a struggle for you, wasn't it? Essendon drafted you.
Yep.
You played 14 games there.
Yep.
Yeah, and then on to Carlton.
Yeah, I got the boot on my 21st birthday from
Did you?
Essendon. Yeah, Sheedy sacked me on my 21st, which I probably had it coming. You know, I think I was soft, physically and mentally. And
before you leave that,
Yep.
soft physically and mentally, you are Wayne Bannister's son, are you not?
Yeah.
Those of us who remember your father as a boxer and know that he played pretty hard brand of footy would be surprised to hear that.
Yeah, I just think I lacked confidence. I went down there and I was in awe of Matthew Lloyd and James Hird, and I didn't think I belonged there. And in the VFL, I was hard at it. In the AFL, I'd step up and I just was like, you know, a deer in headlights. I just didn't belong, didn't felt like I belonged, and played accordingly.
Yep.
So got the boot on my 21st birthday and cancelled my birthday party.
Did you?
I was shattered.
Yeah.
Cried for a little bit, and then Dennis Pagan rang my manager and asked me to come down and train the very next Monday. So, you know, a few days later, I'm training at Carlton, which was very strange.
Because that was the year that Carlton made 15 changes to their list. Remember that?
Yeah, it was a huge influx. It was, you know, it's where I met David Teague, and Andrew Walker was drafted that year, and it was a completely different environment stepping out of Essendon, which had this strong leadership and playing in grand finals, into Carlton that were pretty much at rock bottom. Was you know, I saw it as an opportunity, though. I saw it as, you know, of a way to get a game and kind of make a career. We'll
get back to Dennis shortly, but I want to just, before you leave the Essendon situation, did Kevin Sheedy tell you face to face? How did you get the sack?
So I got the sack from from Sheedy in a room with the football manager Dom Cato, and it was a bit of a surprise. You know, I probably didn't really expect to be sacked on that day. But when he told me, I just remember sweating up so much that when I left the room, there was like a metal door handle I couldn't open. So Sheedy actually had to get up and open the door for me, which is pretty embarrassing. You know, I've just got the boot and then couldn't open the door.
Look, the Kevin I know was a caring individual, particularly younger people. Was he soft with you, or was it just that you haven't cut it on your bike?
No, he was pretty matter of fact. I don't particularly think he liked having those conversations, and I was obviously upset, but I think he had to really get the message probably clear, and he probably wanted to move on with the meeting, you know, didn't want it to drag on. And yeah, so I remember walking out the door and thinking, what the hell has just happened? Went home, told Mum and Dad, and was just shattered. And that's the reality of what AFL's about for some people.